Alright, what's going on, guys? Try back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my reaction after just seeing The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 15, what we are calling The Red Fair. Holy shit, dude. So I didn't record myself watching this episode through, like some people, I know you guys like that, but, it's difficult for me to do and everything. But I promise you, I did just finish watching this episode, making my notes and everything. And, oh my god, dude, what an absolutely brutal ending to the episode. I feel so bad, man. Spoiler warning, I've been campaigning for them to kill Tara off for like 6 years, and now they finally do it, and I feel horrible. Like, I'm supposed to like this, but I don't like this. I thought at first, I was like, okay, it can be dark and everything, but, I thought it'd be dark and awesome, which was sort of like how the season 7 premiere was. The Negan kills. It's like, it's dark, but it's also awesome at the same time. But this one wasn't dark and awesome. This one was just dark. It was absolutely fucking savage. I mean, oh my god. It's like people complained after the season 7 eye pop and everything with Negan. I have no idea what they're going to say about this one. Those are the people that are still watching, that is. Oh my god. So I don't have all the names. Like I said, I just finished watching it. So I don't have, I didn't write down all the names of everybody that was revealed, but the way they kind of did it, where they sort of, they had the different things happening at once, so you have kind of the two groups, right, split, so you have the stuff that's happening at the Red Fair, and then you have just the fan name. I think it suits it, appropriately. And then you have the other group of kind of like the leaders of some of the groups that go off for the, that go off to kind of, to try to find the Whisperers. And as per usual, the Whisperers are really good at setting traps, so they're able to trap Daryl, Carol, Michonne, and the group the small group that has kind of tracked them back. And while all that's happening, the stuff we don't see is that Alpha has infiltrated during the movie being played and everything, infiltrated the kingdom, and she's basically just annihilated 10 different. I counted 10, and forgive me if my count is off, but I counted 10 different people, and pretty well remixed characters that we wouldn't have thought. I kind of had a feeling, at least some of them, I had a feeling that they wouldn't do like they did in the comics, Ezekiel and Rosita, because that'd be too obvious. And instead, they did have some big ones in here. Some people were saying like, oh, it was all C characters, but nobody that mattered. I don't know, man. When they revealed it was Enid and Tara, and then of course to wrap things off, like I said, spoiler warning, Henry at the end. I just thought it was so brutal and so savage. When I saw Tara's face, I was like, oh no, I'm supposed to like this, but I don't like this. Oh man. I feel bad that I predicted that Tara would be killed off, and I had no idea that she was going to be. I just been kind of joking about it for a long time, but now I feel so bad that I did that because it was so savage. Because not only, it's even worse, like it's not only are they all killed, but they were killed in such a way where they were still zombified as just heads there on these these big pike wooden spear type deals, but really high, right, really high up. So it was some stuff right out of the Walking Dead comic book series pretty much, but it's just so savage and so brutal. And then to see it in the TV series version, it's like it just felt even more savage, even more brutal. And I remember reading those pages of the comic book where people were talking about those that were missing. They're like, hey, have you seen this person? Hey, have you seen that person? And then the TV series version here, they kind of did it where they would do that, and then they would kind of show who it was. Now, that was similar in some ways to the comic, the way they had it kind of laid out in the comic of how they kind of did it. So it was pretty on point. But of course, they switched out those characters. And yeah, the one that got me the most personally was Tara. But then the Henry one also was pretty savage after, when Sadiq's telling the story, and you see Alpha kind of come in as he's just kind of there, like, oh shit. Oh my God, man! Pretty savage, pretty brutal. It was quite the twist, especially for people that didn't kind of see what they were doing or where they were going with it. Where those that were in danger, kind of the group, it looked like Daryl and the others, Michonne and the others, were the ones that were in the most danger, and they were actually the ones that were basically the safest. And then as they were kind of showing you that, leading you this way, it's like no, it's all these other characters that you thought were chilling. You thought Henry was at the kingdom chilling. You thought all these other characters, Enid and everybody else that was there, were just relaxing. And the Tammy one also was actually pretty brutal too. You see her face, it's like, oh my God. So, first reaction, we'll go through a full review and go through every scene in the episode after. But, oh my God, dude, traumatizing. Definitely, the scariest ending to an episode in all The Walking Dead. I mean, we've had some scary stuff in The Walking Dead over the years, considering it's almost a decade run now. We're pretty much at a decade, considering it got renewed for next year, and season 9's pretty much in the bag now. It's pretty much over. That was like the big climactic moment. But I get now why they decided to do that in episode 15 and have one more episode for 16 after that. So you don't just leave the viewers at that spot, because that's a pretty brutal, savage spot to leave them at. So I think that was a good choice and everything. It was just so brutal and so savage, even for me. And I usually love to see, different character deaths and stuff, especially, especially when my predictions are finally right after so many years. But oh my God, dude, absolutely brutal. So I don't know. I'm kind of speechless. I'm at a loss for words. Let me know what you guys thought, what your reaction was. That's kind of the way I felt right away. It was just guilty and bad, and it was so savage and so brutal. It's like, it wasn't dark and cool. It was just dark and even more dark. So, oh my God. Okay, wrap it here. I'll see you guys back in soon in about half an hour or so for the full review. We go through each scene and we talk through all the details and everything. But what a brutal episode. What an absolutely savage ending. Even darker, I want to say, than the comic series version. So to see Tara's mouth move, I was just like, oh my God, I can't watch. I actually did like a kid watching the first horror movie. I did like a eye cover, you know what I mean? And then like I covered, I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, that's this one. Thumb it up below. Leave your comment. How did you guys feel when you first finished seeing it? And oh my God, so savage, so brutal. There it is. We'll talk about it more in the review. So I was just Trev, saying peace. See you guys soon.